device fraud or credit card fraud is when others or strangers using your credit card without your consent and without you knowing it. This fraud is one of many illegal crime that is happening worldwide, includes Malaysia. And for your general knowledge, Malaysia is ranked on top 10 of the most e-commerce fraud that is happening in the world. For example of the many cases that have been happening in Malaysia is when back in 2012, a couple of tourists reported that they have been frauded of $1,000 of US transaction from their account in Lebanon while they're staying in Kuala Lumpur. So, how does the criminals trick and trap the victims?
The most commonly used to fraud the victims is phishing. This kind of phishing usually done via email, phone and WhatsApp, also SMS. And this is an example of the way the criminals to fraud the victims. Firstly, the victims will receive a call from so-called officer and ask them to approve the online transaction. But if the victim said that they didn't make that transaction, the officer will ask them to make a report to the unit card credit palsu from Bank Negara Malaysia by giving them the numbers. Once the victim calls the number, the officer from unit card credit palsu will ask information about their card credit and their banks. How to prevent this kind of fraud? Firstly, bear in your mind that bank will never ask for your card credit number. Never give your information or your details through emails or calls. But if you receive this kind of emails and calls, deals with your bank first.
Second, credit card thievery. As many know, in general, credit card or debit card can be used for many purposes, include paying for shopping in the mall or a dine in a restaurant. Sometimes, when paying for a dine, the waiter to our card back to the counter and that's one way a criminal can steal your card detail. How to prevent credit card thievery? First, if possible, use cash. Second, stay with the waiter or cashier when they verifying the payment. Third, use pay with.
For the third is skimming. Criminals can fraud by using the skimming device. It always happens at the ATM. They will replace the card reading device with a fake one to read your card and record the personal data like card number or CCV. So, how to prevent? First, always check the card reader slot whenever you want to use the ATM. Second, if you can carefully check the keypad and transparent sticker, then the way of the criminal can have your PIN number. For the third, there could be hidden cameras, so always cover using your hand when entering the PIN number. And for the lastly is keep changing your PIN number.
So some of the extra ways to prevent access device fraud is to make sure when you're going online shopping, you've got to choose the trusted websites. That includes Zalora, Lazada or eBay. You've got to make sure to always print the bills or any proof when you're making the purchase online using your debit or credit card. Then, do not use the public devices to making an online shopping or purchasing because it will leave traces, and if you actually do, then you've got to make sure to clear all the caches from the devices that you've used to make the payment. Access device fraud is so dangerous. It can happen to you anytime and anywhere. So you've got to always be careful and not be too ignorant to let strangers have your banking personal details.